Good day, friends. I hope you're doing really good. So I'm outside here just to get a little break in between sessions, and I was trying to do a video for you all near my gardens, but between the wind and the heat, my phone will just melt down, so that's not going to work. But for those of you who don't know me, my name is Tracy Brown. I'm a trauma-informed dietitian and eating disorder expert, and just thinking a lot about the folks I know. You know, clients, amalgams of clients, myself personally, people I care about, which is all of us, of course. Just thinking about how hard it is to navigate when you don't feel well, when you've got even diagnoses, and how to not doubt your own experience, that you really can't go back to, I guess, the pretty conventional way that the world says that you've got to manage your health conditions. So there's a lot to say in this post about how to stay out of the wellness industry. And when I say industry, it doesn't mean that we don't go to the doctor. It doesn't mean that you don't take your fish oil or whatever things that you have discovered, honestly, with the little bit of evidence base you can find, or from trial and error, that really help you to either maintain your health or even to help you, whether that's vitamins, whether that's herbs, whether that's medications, whatever it is. It's okay to use these things to help you. I think the danger lies in giving over too much of our own experience to somebody else. And when we feel bad, we get desperate, right? And it's really important to recognize that sometimes we just need to keep our world really, really small. I'm going to give an example. So, let's say that you've got a condition that's multifactorial, like let's say insulin resistance, right? So what we know about insulin resistance is that you have to look, honestly, a couple generations back to like really assess the level of stress epigenetically that your ancestors have been under, that you may have, that may be on your genes. Not that you have to do it, you can't do anything about this, but just to understand how multifactorial the process of disease is, helps you basically not hate and shame yourself for like having, let's say, insulin resistance. So you're going to have the stressors that are on your genome. You're going to have your own adverse childhood events score and study, and then your adults, things that you've been through and survived, do put wear and tear on your genes. And if you happen to have, let's say, the vulnerability for insulin resistance to be triggered, more that has, and ongoing continuous stress as well. And then the stress of like trying to navigate out of diet culture and into something more stable. That's maybe where we ended up. And again, to treat that, you can't just say the typical modality, whether it's conventional medicine or even functional medicine, is weight loss. And recognizing like, wait, I didn't get here because of weight gain. I got here because of all these other factors, and probably insulin resistance also made the weight gain happen. So how can the wellness diet industry, whose only intervention is weight loss, actually fix those factors? We know it can't. And the other thing that's really important is to recognize our own lived experience of what actually helps us feel physically better. And what makes people physically better is health behaviors, right? So it's going to be nervous system health regulation, learning how to eat, foods in a mix that is sustainable and doesn't make us feel obsessive. And then whatever route you go in terms of conventional medicine versus functional medicine, if you need it, to help you. And of course, that big thing about nervous system health regulation, in my opinion, is probably number one, is that the more we're in a rest and digest place in our systems, the more likely it is our body can heal, or at least we have a really much better shot. If something doesn't fully heal, we can manage it so much easier with a lot more grace, a lot more self-trust and wisdom. So I guess that's my message today, is how to stay out of the panic if you do have a health condition, and to trust that. A lot of people come to me and they really believe, either over time or they already knew it when they came to me, that like, yeah, worrying about my weight as the cause of my problems hasn't gotten me anywhere. So it's definitely time to try something different. I know that. I know when I diet, my health, physical, mental, and emotional, is much worse. So I'm all in. I buy into that. But I know it's hard sometimes when other people around you are doing things that, are extreme. They get quick results. When I say results, maybe amelioration of some lab values or some physical aches or whatever it is. And it makes us start to doubt our experience. So this is something that worked for me. And I'm not saying it's going to work for you, but I know it worked for me, is to trust my own experience. I know that whenever I use deprivation in a punitive kind of way, in a fear-based kind of way, my mental health just went down the tubes really quickly. So I trusted that experience, and I trusted, maybe I'm the only person in the world who could never do XYZ regimen, program, do this in 12 weeks, fix your whatever condition. That's just not something that my nervous system, my emotional mental health can do. And it also made my world all about that versus here I'm a person with a full life that I need to manage XYZ situation to the best of my ability with what's in my sphere of influence, let's put it that way, and still go about being a functioning human being. So really think about the big picture of what it is, the journey you're going to be on. And if whatever you're doing is not sustainable and you don't see yourself spending the money on it or the time on it or the mental or emotional, spiritual bandwidth on it after the next couple months, then you know that it's not something that's really going to heal your body long term in the first place. So, all right, well, I think that's it for today. I just want to just say hi and check in with everybody. Hope you're doing well. Please ask all your health and wellness questions here. And you'll get a 9-diet approach and a trauma-informed approach as well. And, I just, hugs to all of y'all who are trying to, navigate something in a world that loves to talk about and brag about their weight loss, their health routines as a way of connection, as a way of yeah, I feel better. And I always ask that question, when you say you feel better, what feels better? What is better? And when you say better, does that mean all of your life, or is just that one symptom? And have you really gotten to the root of what caused this in the first place? Have we really healed it to be done? And that's the questions you want to be asking for anything that you involve yourself in. It's really important. So thank you all so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.